Dear Starseed, something inside you has been quietly unsettled. Not loudly, not dramatically, but in that soft, persistent way that won't let you rest. Like a still pond, disturbed by something beneath the surface that you can't quite see. I am Azeron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and what you've been sensing is real. You are not imagining it. You are not being oversensitive. Your field is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and it is trying to get your attention. By the end of this message, you'll understand what your energetic system is detecting around a specific feminine presence in your life, why it's surfacing now, and what it means for where you are headed. There is a feminine energy in your grid that your field has begun to flag, not because she is your enemy, not because something dramatic has happened, but because your system, as it sharpens and refines, is becoming extraordinarily selective. You may notice a subtle heaviness after time spent with her, a slight dimming of your clarity, a quiet restlessness you carry home without understanding why. These are not accidents, these are signals. The ancient builders by the Nile understood this, that not every presence belongs in every temple. Some energies, even well-meaning ones, create turbulence in waters that are trying to become still. Your field is not rejecting her out of judgment. It is protecting something in you that is on the edge of activating, something that requires calm, clear water to fully emerge. You were guided here because part of you already knew, and the fact that you stayed tells me you are ready to understand what your field has been quietly whispering, and I'm grateful you're here with me now. You've been trying to explain it to yourself logically. You've marshaled every reasonable argument, every scrap of evidence, every well-meaning justification you could conjure within the chambers of your mind. They haven't done anything wrong, you tell yourself, attempting to quiet the persistent hum of unease. You might even layer on self-doubt, thinking, I'm overthinking, or perhaps the classic gentle self-reproach. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. This internal dialogue plays out like a debate in a silent courtroom. Your logical mind, as the eloquent defense attorney, presenting a flawless case for why everything should be fine, why you should be fine. And yet, this intellectual edifice, so carefully constructed, crumbles at the touch of pure experience. The moment you're near them, within the magnetic field of their presence, something in you instantly tightens. It's a visceral, undeniable reaction that defies all logic, all reason, all the carefully rehearsed arguments. Your body, the oldest and wisest barometer of your truth, responds. Your chest gets a little guarded, an invisible shield rising around your heart space, even if your smile remains outwardly welcoming. Your stomach, that sensitive seat of intuition, turns quiet, a deep stillness settling there, not of peace, but of alert suspension. Your mind, in contrast, gets louder, scrambling to analyze, to rationalize, to make sense of the dissonance. But your body, your magnificent instinctual body, gets more certain. It knows. It registers the subtle energetic shift, the nuanced vibration that words cannot convey. You leave the conversation feeling subtly drained, as if an invisible siphon has extracted a vital essence from you. You feel slightly off-center, like a compass needle thrown askew, or as if your inner waters, the deep, clear currents of your being, were stirred by a hand you couldn't see, leaving them murky and unsettled. Listen closely, for this is a message whispered not just to your ears, but to your very soul. That profound, unsettling discomfort isn't proof that you're weak, that you lack resilience, or that you're somehow deficient in compassion. Nor is it proof that you're mistrusting, that you harbor unwarranted suspicion or a cynical view of humanity. No, dismiss those old narratives, those self-limiting beliefs that have clung to you like barnacles to a ship's hull. Instead, understand this truth with the deepest reverence. It's proof that something sacred, something ancient, something profoundly powerful within you is waking up. It's the stirring of a dormant wisdom, the reignition of a forgotten knowing. What you're feeling, beloved soul, is far more than a mere emotional reaction. It is the beginning of energetic discernment. It is the nascent blossoming of a spiritual faculty that transcends the five physical senses, moving into the realm of pure vibration and frequency. For an epoch, for what felt like countless lifetimes and earthly cycles, many starseeds, many empathic souls, moved through this world like an open shoreline, beautiful in its expansive generosity, constantly giving of its essence, and utterly unguarded. You were the vast, welcoming coast, ready to receive every wave, every current, every debris that washed ashore. You learned, with an almost divine patience, how to be kind beyond measure, how to be understanding even in the face of incomprehension, how to see the best in every person, every situation, even when your own inner tide was pulling backward, signaling retreat. You ignored the subtle whispers of your spirit in favor of maintaining external harmony. You stretched yourself thin, contorted your energetic field, all in the service of upholding a perceived peace. And it wasn't because you were naive, not truly. It was because your heart, a divine instrument of connection, is built like water, naturally merging, effortlessly flowing into spaces, naturally empathic to the very core of its being, naturally willing to hold what others cannot hold within their own fractured landscapes. Like the ocean absorbing the vastness of the sky, you absorbed the emotional and energetic debris of those around you, believing it was your role, your divine task, to transmute or carry their burdens. This beautiful, liquid heart of yours saw the interconnectedness of all things, and often failed to see the boundary where you began and another ended. But now, a seismic shift is occurring within your deepest being. The waters within you, the very essence of your energetic makeup, are changing. They are no longer content to merely merge and absorb. They are becoming more refined, more structured, more dynamically aware. Your sensitivity, which for so long might have felt like a vulnerability, a burden, or even a curse in a world that often values hardness, is no longer only an emotional trait. It is undergoing a magnificent metamorphosis. It is becoming an instrument, a finely calibrated, highly sophisticated instrument of divine awareness. It is transforming into a living compass, a spiritual GPS system that guides you with unerring accuracy. It is becoming the primary way your soul speaks through the language of sensation, through pressure, through sudden, inexplicable heaviness, or an equally sudden, illuminating clarity. Your body has become a resonant chamber, an antenna picking up frequencies far beyond the reach of ordinary perception. And that, dear one, is precisely why certain people feel so profoundly different now. The subtle shifts you perceive are not a trick of the light, nor are they a figment of your overactive imagination. It is because the part of you that instinctively used to accommodate, that would bend and reshape itself to fit into discordant spaces, that would sacrifice its own energetic integrity for the sake of another's comfort, is being profoundly and irreversibly replaced. It is being supplanted by something older, something quieter, something far more accurate than any logic or emotional projection could ever be. This is a wisdom kept long before the magnificent temples by the Nile rose from the shifting sands, before the pyramids etched their silent messages into the sky, before written language attempted to capture the ineffable. It is a wisdom encoded not in scrolls or ancient texts, but within the very cellular memory of your body, within the crystalline structures of your DNA, within the ancient blueprint of your soul. The ancient builders, the true masters of creation, understood this profound truth. Energy is architecture, frequency is structure. They knew that everything, from the smallest atom to the grandest cosmos, is composed of vibrations, and that these vibrations form coherent or incoherent structures. And when your inner architecture realigns, When your own vibrational signature refines itself, you can no longer pretend that everything feels safe and harmonious just because it looks polite, just because the social customs are observed, just because words are spoken with a pleasant tone. Your internal blueprint demands coherence. Your inner temple cannot resonate with discordant frequencies without expressing its discomfort. Let us be unequivocally clear. This is not paranoia, the irrational fear of others' intentions. This is not judgment, the condemnation of another's being or path. This is not being difficult, a petty resistance to social norms or personal interactions. No, this is something far more profound and sacred. This is your refined energetic system, learning the fundamental difference between superficial closeness and genuine energetic coherence. Closeness can be a matter of proximity, of shared history, of familial ties, of social convention. Coherence is a matter of vibrational alignment, of resonant harmony, of frequencies that naturally support and elevate one another. Some people, without any conscious effort, bring an undeniable calm to your energetic field. Their presence feels like a gentle balm, a deep breath of fresh, clean air. Others, equally without saying a word, bring friction to your field, a subtle static that leaves you feeling agitated or depleted. This is the subtle language of energy, a silent conversation your soul is now fluent in. And when you are undergoing profound transformation, when your spiritual evolution accelerates, your magnificent body becomes an even more honest, more articulate interpreter of these subtle truths. It becomes an oracle of alignment. Here is the pattern, a quiet, insidious undertow that most individuals don't recognize until they're already deep inside its powerful current, feeling lost and disoriented. Right before a major spiritual activation, a significant upgrade in your consciousness, a quantum leap in your soul's journey, your tolerance for distortion drops precipitously. It's as if the veil has thinned, and what was once blurred and ignorable now stands in stark, undeniable relief. What you used to brush off with a casual shrug as just a vibe, an ephemeral feeling that you could easily dismiss, now becomes unmistakable. It announces itself with a clear, resonant clang, reverberating through your very being. What you used to skillfully rationalize away, weaving intricate mental tapestries to explain it logically, becomes utterly impossible to ignore. The threads of logic simply break under the weight of energetic truth. And what you used to endure, that subtle energetic friction or emotional heaviness that you would stoically absorb, now becomes physically tiring, an exhaustion that penetrates beyond the muscle and bone, straight into the spirit. Understand this deeply. It is not because you are failing, not because your capacity is diminishing, not because you are becoming weaker or less capable of navigating the world. On the contrary, it is because you are upgrading. You are evolving to a higher frequency, a more refined state of being. You are shedding old patterns of accommodation and absorbing, like a serpent shedding its skin, leaving behind that which no longer serves your ascent. A river, in its ancient, inherent wisdom, doesn't apologize when it senses that its current is about to flow through a toxic channel, a polluted stretch of land. It simply, instinctively, changes course. It carves a new path, seeking clean, life-giving waters. It returns to what is pristine, to what is pure, to what is true. It trusts its own fundamental nature. That's precisely what's happening within you, dear one. Your sophisticated energetic system is no longer designed to keep the peace at the profound and ultimately self-sacrificing cost of your own peace. It has evolved beyond that old paradigm of self-abandonment. Your inner ecosystem now prioritizes its own equilibrium, its own harmony, its own vital essence. This is not selfish. It is sacred self-preservation, a divine imperative for a soul ascending. And yes, this is a crucial point for your empathic heart to grasp. Sometimes the person triggering this newfound energetic sensitivity isn't inherently bad or malicious. Often they are simply carrying an energy signature, a vibrational frequency that doesn't match where you're going, a trajectory of light and expansion that your soul is now committed to. Their path might diverge, or they might be moving at a different pace, or their own internal landscape might be generating frequencies that are simply incompatible with your emerging vibration. Sometimes they are unhealed in a way that your body, now exquisitely attuned, no longer wants to absorb or transmute. You are not a human energetic garbage disposal. Your system has a finely tuned filtration mechanism now, and it's signaling that certain energies are no longer compatible with your internal purity. Sometimes they are performing closeness, engaging in the outward motions of connection and intimacy, while their true frequency, their deeper energetic truth, is elsewhere, perhaps in a state of fear, depletion, or unconscious manipulation. Their words may say one thing, but their energy speaks another, and your body now hears the latter with pristine clarity. Your heightened sensitivity is not accusing them of wrongdoing. It is not a judgment on their character. It is simply, profoundly, and non-judgmentally informing you about the energetic reality of the interaction. It is a data point, a crucial piece of information for your own self-navigation. This brings us to what is often the most confusing, the most emotionally complex part of this evolutionary process. You might still care about them deeply, holding affection or love in your heart for them. You might still genuinely see their good side, recognizing their inherent worth and potential. You might even genuinely enjoy them in small doses, finding moments of connection or shared laughter. And still, despite all of this, the moment your fields interact, your own energetic field contracts. It pulls back, subtly yet undeniably, like a sensitive flower closing its petals against an incongruous environment. That contraction, that instinctive drawing inward, is not betrayal of your affection for them. It is not a sign of your heart hardening. It is, in its purest form, protection. It is your inner ocean, vast and wise, drawing back before an imminent tide shift, because something monumental and new is moving through your depths, an entirely different current of being, and it needs sacred space to emerge and solidify. It needs an uncontaminated energetic environment to thrive. You are, in this profound and beautiful period of recalibration, learning a higher, more sophisticated form of love now. It is a love that understands true connection, does not require self-abandonment, does not demand that you diminish your own light to make others feel comfortable in their shadows. It is a love that can be profoundly kind, radiating compassion and understanding without being porous, without allowing others' energies to seep into and deplete your own reserves. It is a love that can bless someone's journey with genuine goodwill, sending them light and healing on their path, without letting them take up residence inside your delicate and precious nervous system, without allowing their emotional or energetic state to dictate your own inner experience. This is not detachment, it is enlightened engagement. This, dear soul, is the essence of true energetic discernment, the ability to perceive and navigate the subtle currents of energy with wisdom. This is the hallmark of maturity of the soul, a state where wisdom guides your compassion rather than emotion dictating your boundaries. This is the precise moment when your empathy becomes truly intelligent, evolving from a raw, reactive absorption into a conscious, intentional, and sovereign force. Some healing doesn't come through words, it comes through water. If something stirred within you just now, if you felt a deep resonance with these truths, you may be ready to receive the Sirian water codes. This powerful guide carries sacred techniques channeled directly from the luminous, purifying waters of Sirius, clearing baths designed to wash away energetic debris, breathing practices to oxygenate your auric field, profound sound activations to recalibrate your cellular memory, and potent protection rituals designed specifically for starseeds who have always felt an undeniable magnetic call by the ocean, by the deep wisdom of water. The link is in the first pinned comment, but please note, this unique offering is only available for a limited time, reflecting the urgency of this current energetic window. Now, allow this profound understanding to unfold within you gently, organically, like clear, pristine water slowly returning to a cloudy glass, allowing the sediments to settle, revealing the inherent clarity beneath. First comes the recognition. This is the initial, subtle acknowledgement that something is truly different. You begin to notice your body speaking its truth sooner, with more authority than your analytical mind can even formulate a thought. It might manifest as a slight tension in your solar plexus, a subtle, almost imperceptible fatigue that descends when a particular person enters your field, or a strange, compelling urge to physically withdraw, to create space. This isn't you becoming cold or emotionally distant. This is you becoming exquisitely accurate, tuning into the subtle energetic nuances that were once filtered out or ignored. The water has to ripple, has to be disturbed, before it can truly show you what lies beneath its surface, before the hidden depths are revealed. This recognition is your first step into a deeper relationship with your own inner wisdom. Second, the inner honesty. This is where you begin the courageous and liberating act of admitting what you once used to casually dismiss, what you would intellectualize away. You stop negotiating with your own undeniable signals, ceasing the internal arguments that used to override your gut feelings. You realize with profound clarity that your intuition isn't dramatic. It doesn't scream or demand attention. On the contrary, it is quiet, a soft, persistent whisper. It doesn't shout its warnings, it gently pulls, a subtle current urging you, leaning you away from what isn't aligned with your highest good, away from energies that subtly deplete you. This honesty frees you from the exhausting cycle of self-betrayal. Third, the recalibration. This is often the phase where you can feel raw, exposed, even disoriented. You might wonder why you suddenly can't handle what you used to handle with ease, questioning your own resilience. But understand this truth: you are not shrinking, you are not weakening. Instead, your energetic boundaries are forming, solidifying, becoming more defined and sovereign. It's like sacred geometry returning to its original perfect design. Your inner architecture is correcting itself, realigning to its divine blueprint, making necessary space only for what actually fits you now, for what resonates with your true vibrational frequency. Old energetic leaks are being sealed. Fourth, the testing. This is an absolutely critical phase, a rite of passage for your newly calibrated system. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and compassion, often brings the same energy, the same dynamic, the same subtle energetic friction back around to you. It's not a punishment, it's a profound opportunity, a gentle inquiry to see if you will override yourself again, if you will fall back into old patterns of accommodation. You might find yourself in the same type of conversation, the same familiar dynamic, experiencing the same subtle manipulation or emotional heaviness that used to drain you, but now you feel it immediately, the instant energetic recognition. This isn't karmic retribution, it's a threshold, a powerful shoreline moment. Will you unconsciously return to the old self-abandoning pattern, or will you consciously choose to honor the new current of self-sovereignty that now flows within you? This choice defines your path forward. Fifth, the boundary. This is not a solid, impenetrable wall built of fear or anger. It is profoundly a shoreline, a place of dynamic interaction where two distinct realms meet, where the ocean of your being meets the land of another, a place of clear definition and gentle strength. A boundary, understood energetically, says, I can genuinely care about you without absorbing your energy or your emotional state. A boundary declares, I can be present in this moment without being fully available for energetic entanglement or unconscious draining. Most powerfully, a boundary proclaims, I can be kind, compassionate, and loving, and still say no to what doesn't serve my highest good. And you don't have to announce it dramatically with fiery declarations or confrontational words. Often, the most powerful and effective boundary is simply the removal of access. Less explanation, less engagement, less willingness to be pulled into unclear, muddied waters. Your actions, your energy, become the quiet, undeniable message. Sixth, the stabilizing. In this beautiful phase, you consciously and intuitively begin choosing what truly restores you, what replenishes your vital life force. You might find yourself naturally leaving conversations or gatherings earlier before you reach your energetic saturation point. You discover the wisdom in not answering every call or message immediately, allowing yourself space to respond from a place of groundedness rather than reactivity. You fiercely protect your mornings, your sacred hours of creation and quietude. You diligently cleanse your physical and energetic space, removing anything that feels heavy or discordant. You prioritize ancient, powerful tools for energetic hygiene, salt baths for purification, sacred sound for recalibration, conscious breath for grounding, and solitude for deep integration and communion with self when needed. And slowly, gently, yet with profound certainty, you realize your precious energy isn't leaking anymore. It's being conserved, contained, and intelligently directed. You're not harder or colder. You're simply clearer, more defined, and more energetically whole. Seventh, the integration. This is the profound culmination, where the fragmented pieces of your journey begin to weave into a coherent, powerful tapestry of self-awareness. This is where you gracefully stop asking, with a tone of self-blame, what's wrong with me for feeling this way? And begin asking with a spirit of curious inquiry, what is this teaching me about my path, about my truth, about my sacred design? You learn not as an intellectual concept, but as a deep embodied knowing that your body is not merely a physical vessel. It is a living, sacred temple, a sanctuary for your soul, not a tool for other people's comfort or an energetic sponge for their burdens. You learn that intuition is not a rare, esoteric gift reserved for a select few. It is your natural language, your primal communication system, finally returning to full, vibrant operation. You learn, with a sigh of relief, that the people who are truly safe for you, the souls who resonate with your highest vibration, don't require you to override yourself, to dim your light, or to compromise your energetic integrity to stay connected to them. Their presence feels like coming home, and when you finally meet someone who is truly aligned with your essence, you'll feel it instantly, undeniably, without a single word needing to be spoken. Your breath deepens, filling your lungs with fresh vitality. Your shoulders drop, releasing long-held tension. Your racing thoughts soften and quiet, and your inner waters, the deep currents of your being, become still, clear, and profoundly at peace. Here is what you most profoundly need to know, a truth that will fundamentally change the way you see yourself, reshaping your identity from the inside out. That persistent, undeniable discomfort you feel around certain people, that subtle tightening, that inner pulling back is not a flaw in your personality. It is not a character defect. It is, in its magnificent truth, the moment your soul stops bargaining. It is the glorious, uncompromising end of an era where you felt compelled to be understanding at your own profound expense, sacrificing your inner peace on the altar of another's comfort. It is the definitive end of the era where you unwittingly confused genuine empathy with a debilitating sense of obligation, believing you had to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It is the liberating end of the era where you stayed too long in conversations, relationships, or environments that left you feeling utterly hollow, energetically depleted, and spiritually starved. You are not, dear one, becoming suspicious, cynical, or guarded in a negative sense. You are not closing yourself off from the world. You are becoming sovereign. You are reclaiming your intrinsic power, your energetic autonomy, your divine right to govern your own inner landscape. And sovereignty, true spiritual sovereignty, doesn't always arrive with dramatic fireworks, with trumpets blaring or grand declarations. Sometimes, often in fact, it arrives as a simple, quiet, yet utterly undeniable inner no. A soft, gentle closing of the energetic gate that was once perpetually open. A gentle, loving turning back toward yourself, honoring your own needs and your own truth above all else. This is what true, profound protection looks like when it is guided not by the frantic, reactive energy of fear, but by the ancient, steady wisdom of your soul. You don't need external proof, a logical explanation, or someone else's validation to honor what your body knows deep within its cellular memory. You don't need a dramatic story of betrayal, harm, or conflict to justify creating distance or setting boundaries. You don't need to wait for tangible harm to give yourself the sacred permission to choose peace, to reclaim your energetic integrity. The tide has irrevocably turned within you, setting a new course for your life. Your magnificent energetic system now knows, with unerring precision, what is coherent with your highest path, with your purest truth, and what is not. And the more you honor that sacred knowing, the more you trust the quiet whispers of your body and soul. The more your entire life reorganizes itself around truth, around alignment, around genuine peace, quietly, steadily, and beautifully, like a powerful river remembering its ancient way to the vast, boundless sea. Tonight, if it resonates deeply within your spirit, take a moment of sacred pause. Place a hand gently over your heart, the seat of your profound wisdom, and say softly with unwavering intention, I trust what my body knows. I honor what my energy reveals. I choose what keeps my waters clear. And then, with profound reverence, listen. Listen not for external noise, not for the clamor of the world, nor even for the chatter of your own mind. Listen for stillness, because stillness, that profound inner quietude, is precisely where your real, most authentic, and most powerful guidance lives. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section. It's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.